Did the transfer of 69.9 billion to the National Treasury make PhilHealth an economically viable guarantor of the people's access to quality and affordable health care and protection against financial risk?
Your Honor, the amount transferred to...
Can you just please go direct to the point? Yes or no?
sorry, Your Honor. Again, Your Honor, 60 billion pa lang po na transfer po natin.
Pa lang.
Opo.
Konti lang, no?
60 billion po.
All
not
right,
89
60
po.
billion,
Opo.
not 69?
Yes po.
Ilan ba gusto nating i-transfer?
It is estimated, Your Honor.
All right, so
89.
what is your short answer to my short question?
Your Honor, sorry, Your Honor. PhilHealth's nag-operate si PhilHealth po, Your Honor, in the year 2024.
Did it help PhilHealth's financial condition? Did it upgrade your financial level when you transferred 60 billion to the National Treasury?
Your Honor, despite the transfer, Your Honor, PhilHealth's investable fund from 498 in December 2023 and versus December 2024, Your Honor, of 492 billion.
So what is your answer? No? Or
Your
yes?
Honor,
Yes or no?
Your Honor, very sorry, Your Honor. Your Honor, PhilHealth operates the program, Your Honor, expanding the benefit payment.
All right.
Tumaas pa
So
siya.
I will go to my next question.
Yes po.
Did the transfer of this amount to the National Treasury reduce the deficit of PhilHealth in the amount of 663 billion plus in 2023?
Your Honor, if you are talking...
Just a straight answer,
Sorry
Mr. Senior Vice President.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Yes.
Apology po. Of course, Your Honor, the 60 billion that we transferred reduces...
Yes or no? Yes or no? My question is so simple and it is answerable only by yes or no.
Your Honor, it reduces, Your Honor.
It reduces the deficit, even though, yes, did I hear it right? Your transfer of 60 billion to the National Treasury reduced your deficit.
Your Honor, I think baliktad sa Your Honor. Because it reduces our accumulated revenue. And of course, kung sa total members' equity, Your Honor, tumaas pa siya, Your Honor.
You know, Mr. Senior Vice President, I really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Your excuse.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Amen. All right, but of course, we cannot segregate or separate that from your earlier statement that you have read the law and the law does not prescribe the factors that the PhilHealth Board should consider. So that's why, in my view, it is addressed to the business judgment. We're talking here of business judgment. And I have been in the boards of many companies, and I have seen the various ways business judgment can be exercised. Some people can be conservative. Some people can be aggressive. I would say that I will not, let's say, if I were in the PhilHealth Board, I will not set a high reserve fund if I am confident that I can get political support for a bigger subsidy for PhilHealth, because there is no limit to the subsidy that government can provide to PhilHealth, Your Honor. And if I may also mention, the liabilities of PhilHealth are guaranteed by the Republic of the Philippines. This just gives me the impression that from your statement that the reserve fund, the amount that the board may fix, would depend on something that may or may not come, like the subsidy of the government. You have first to negotiate. And even after you have negotiated, there is no certainty at all that the subsidy you would like to receive will be given by the government. That is my impression from your statement?
Well, actually, I was referring to many variables that may be considered by the PhilHealth Board, Your Honor. Actually, if you so require me, Your Honor, I can share materials, including a report of the World Health Organization in 2010 on health system financing, which discusses how moving toward a universal health care is fundamentally a political process. Your
Yes, that leads me to my next question. Your statement was, it is settled that social health insurance is a matter of political negotiation. You know, honestly, this is the first time I've heard of this. I've always believed that health is non-negotiable. And can you please respond if it is settled in jurisprudence or law that
No,
health insurance is a matter of political
well,
negotiation?
This I'm referring to these materials from a World Health Organization report in 2010. I can share the
So
materials, Your Honor.
you are saying that it is settled. Settled by who? Where?
Oh, it's like a general understanding. That's what I
Alright.
mean, Your Honor.
All right, so there is no jurisprudence, there is no law.
No, Your Honors, but
Yes.
one administration can do better than others. And I can say that this administration has done better than the past. I think I look at the numbers, and just for 6 years from 2016 to 2022, PhilHealth's corporate operating budget increased by 25% from 126.4 billion to 168 billion.
All right, that's well
While-
taken.
For 3 years of this administration, from 2022 to 2025, PhilHealth's corporate operating budget increased by 41% from 168 billion to
All right,
284
noted.
billion.
And I would appreciate, the court would appreciate if you will include that as one of your submissions to the court.
Yes,
All
Your
right.
Honor.
So, when you speak of government subsidy, do you refer to the funds coming from PAGCOR, Syntax, PCSO, DOH appropriations, or government subsidy that is altogether separate and distinct from
Well-
these sources?
Actually, the Section 37, Section 37 of the Universal Health Insurance Act, Your Honor, says that all the amount necessary to implement this universal health insurance shall be sourced from
Yes.
those
So
that you-
my question I would like to repeat is, when you speak of government subsidy, do you speak of the funds coming from PAGCOR, from Syntax, from PCSO, DOH appropriations, or government subsidy that is independent from these sources altogether?
Actually, all those sources of funds, Your Honor, they are implemented through the provisions also under Section 37.
Yes.
It says, the last paragraph, Your Honor, it says, the amount necessary to implement the provisions of this Act shall be included in the General Appropriations Act
Correct.
and shall be appropriated under the DOH and the national government subsidy to PhilHealth.
Correct. So, is it safe to say that this is an automatic appropriation every single year? Because the funds need not be fixed anymore by the Congress because the amounts are already fixed by law.
Well, my understanding of the
So
section...
is it the subject of automatic appropriation every year?
The law doesn't mention automatic appropriation, Your Honor.
Can you please read the provision?
Well,
Yes.
the first part says, Your Honor, the amount necessary to implement this act shall be sourced from the following. And then it's
Yes.
an enumeration of the sources, Your Honors.
All right. And the first one is the total incremental sin tax collections. And in relation to 10351, it says that after deducting the allocations under Republic Act 7171 and 8240, 80% of the remaining balance of the incremental revenue derived shall be allocated for the universal health care under the National Health Insurance Program, the attainment of the Millennium Development Goals, and Health Awareness Program. Is that not automatic?
From the PhilHealth's perspective, Your Honor, it receives the appropriations for premium contributions of...
I'm not even
yes.
speaking about premium contributions. I'm just
Yes.
speaking about the sources coming from sin taxes, from PCSO, from PubCor.
Because the last paragraph of this provision, Your Honors, also specifies the mode of operationalizing this provision. And it says...
How?
It says the amount necessary to implement the provisions of this act shall be included in the GAA.
Of course, it should be
Yes.
indicated in the GAA because by then, the amounts would have been certain already. All right. So, at any rate, from your statement last time, I gathered that the higher the amount of subsidy you expect from the government through the so-called political negotiation, the lesser the amount of reserve funds you will earmark coming from the accumulated assets of PhilHealth. Is that correct?
The higher the...
Yes.
No,
The higher you expect from the government through the so-called political negotiation, the lesser the amount of reserve funds you will earmark coming from the accumulated assets of PhilHealth. Is that correct?
I don't remember that, Your Honor, but I know that the practice of PhilHealth, Your Honor, has been to set the reserve fund equal to or lower than
Yes,
the ceiling.
but you forgot about your statement already. We just read it back, and I don't wish to read it back again. Anyway, from your statement as well, the amount of reserve funds, it would seem to me, does not depend on the amount of PhilHealth's accumulated revenues, but on the amount it expects to receive from the government, which is a mere expectation that may or may not become real.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I can't... I can't remember saying...
All right, it's okay. And I just would like to stress that under Section 11 of the Universal Health Care Act, the reserve funds must be sourced from the accumulated revenues of the agency. And when you say accumulated revenues, it means that they already include the taxes or the subsidy from the government and all the monies collected coming from the sources enumerated under Section 37.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Yes. So with that, Attorney Hermosura, I really thank you very much, and you are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. May I continue, Chief Justice? May I now call on Senior Vice President Lim Siaco of PhilHealth to respond to my next questions.
Good afternoon, Your Honors.
Yes, good afternoon, Senior Vice President Lim Siaco.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes. So, would you agree that political negotiation is a principal factor in determining the amount of reserve funds to be fixed by the PhilHealth Board?
Your Honor, in the coming up of the approved JAA for PhilHealth, PhilHealth submitted the proposal, and based on the evaluation of DBM, it will be incorporated in the NEP,
Yes.
Your Honor. And during the time that it will be deliberated in the Congress, Your Honor, that's the time that on the part of, as mentioned by GCC, Your Honor, political negotiations come in. It is either retained based on the NEP or it will be increased, Your Honor, depending on the appreciation of the Congress as well, Your Honor.
All right. So, does it mean that you still negotiate the transmittal of the appropriations fixed by law under Section 37?
Your Honor, we have Section 37, Your Honor, but of course, in the final JA, Your Honor, it is negotiation, Your Honor, PhilHealth, Department of Health, and the Congress, Your Honor, on
You have
what
to negotiate
particular-
it, notwithstanding the clear command of Section 37 that the appropriations shall come from these funds, from these sources. You have to negotiate.
Your Honor, negotiation in the sense that, of course, the Congress asking PhilHealth on its utilization of the previous and the implementation of the program as well, Your Honor. And it is our on the side of PhilHealth, Your Honor, we depend the proposal of the corporation, Your Honor, of course, and that it will be retained based on the NEP or it will be increased, Your Honor.
So, the percentages are negotiated, even though they are fixed by law, like 50% from PCSO,
Your Honor,
80% from syntax. Do you still negotiate, or it should be automatic?
Your Honor, depending on the amount that will be computed by Department of Finance, Your Honor, on the percentages.
You know, the amount is a mere arithmetical computation. We go by the percentages fixed by law.
Yes, Your Honor.
So despite the percentages fixed by law, you know, the actual amount, it's just a computation. So does it mean that Congress is not following the percentages prescribed by law?
Your Honor, in the past years, Your Honor, based on the NEP, it is carried, Your Honor, in the General Appropriations Act.
You know, my question is very clear.
Yes, po.
I'm talking about the percentages fixed by law under Section 37. My impression from your statement is that of PhilHealth. Is that the reality on the ground?
Yes, Your Honor. We tried to defend the
Yes.
proposal of the corporation,
All
Your Honor.
right. Yes, well taken. So now I proceed from where we left off last Tuesday. I would like to finish with the COA's basis for disclaimer of opinion issued in 2022 is left with no unpaid obligations for that certain cut-off period. Is that correct?
Your Honor, I cannot recall that saying that one, Your Honor. But my statement, Your Honor, if I may, Your Honor, in any certain given cutoff date, PhilHealth still have a payable to the hospital, meaning claims will be processed, but claims will also enter the PhilHealth system for processing, Your Honor.
So those that enter the system of PhilHealth are the approved claims?
Not yet,
Yes,
Your Honor.
not yet.
Because it will be submitted to PhilHealth, received by PhilHealth, and will be processed by PhilHealth, Your Honor.
All right. Now, how reliable are the numbers, or were the numbers you reported in your financial report?
Your Honor, when we talk about reliability, Your Honor, we're trying to come up with a fair
Yes.
presentation of the FS, Your Honor.
Yes, but
and we
you're-
received 15 million claims, if may, Your Honor, 15 million claims per year, Your Honor. And of course, on the 15 million claims, Your Honor, makikita ho natin that there are some claims that has found out by COA that has claims, Your Honor, in our books of accounts, Your Honor.
So this observation of COA is accurate.
Your Honor, we confirm, Your Honor, that findings of the Commission on Audit, Your Honor.
So because of this, the numbers indicated in your financial statements cannot be completely relied upon.
Your Honor, the reliability, Your Honor, depending on the materiality of the findings, Your Honor. So again, as I mentioned, Your Honor, we have 15 million claims in a year, amounting to nearly 150 billion pesos, Your Honor.
So it means that PhilHealth is not capable of processing all the claims that are filed with it in a given year.
Your Honor, you're correct, Your Honor, because as I mentioned, Your Honor, claims come into the PhilHealth for processing and claims will be paid. But as of certain given times, say for instance, December 31, Your Honor, there are still claims unprocessed or unprocessed, Your Honor, given that PhilHealth has given
Yes.
60 days to process a claim, Your Honor.
You cannot cope up with 15 million claims
Your Honor,
yearly.
Your Honor, if saying to zero out the claims as of a given date, Your Honor, it is impossible, Your Honor. Given again, in any given period, Your Honor, claims pumapasok sa sistema ng PhilHealth for
But
processing, Your
all
Honor.
these claims are coming from people who are sick, who need urgent financial assistance to settle their hospital bills. These people, many of them are fighting for their lives in the hospitals. Perhaps all 15 million claims filed with your office.
Your
Yes.
Honor, the claims is being filed by the health facilities, Your Honor. In other words, the hospital received the document from the patient and the hospital or the health facilities be the one to submit the claims to PhilHealth, Your Honor. Again, I would like to mention, Your Honor, that PhilHealth has given 60 days to process the claims, Your
Yes,
Honor.
and according also to the findings of COA, the 60-day run-around period has not been complied with.
Your Honor, there are instances, Your Honor, that claims filed, paid beyond 60 days, Your Honor. But, Your Honor, I would like to state, Your Honor, that majority of the claims, majority or I have the figures, Your Honor.
Yes, we'll see
I just
about
want to see that one.
Now, let us go to your 2023 financial statement.
Yes, po.
You know, it's very important that we become aware of your financial standing, your status for these 3 years, 21, 22, 23, because it is from these years that the 89 billion was charged, was collected, and transferred to the National Treasury, 69.9. Had not the last tranche been restrained. All right. So we flash on the screen the 2023 financial statement of PhilHealth. In 2023, the COA reported that the total assets of PhilHealth amounted to 588 billion plus. The total liabilities amounted
Luyas
to
mo bukalista,
1.2
Nani gini siya,
trillion
guys, pag
plus.
mahuman og tukar.
Out of 1.2
Mahuway gini siya, kaya
trillion
nahurot yung
plus,
kusog gani yung sinayaw. Wala
1.14
na-
trillion plus represented PhilHealth's insurance contract liabilities. Based on these numbers coming from COA, PhilHealth had a negative equity of 663 billion plus in 2023. Per independent auditor's report dated September 11, 2024, or just 6 months ago, the COA issued a qualified opinion, which means that this time, at least partially, PhilHealth's financial statements present fairly in all material aspects the financial position of PhilHealth as of December 31, 2023, and its financial performance. But for the rest of the financial statements,
PhilHealth, Your Honor.
so you have the institution, you're the institutional memory of PhilHealth. You should be preserved.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank
you,
you.
Your Honor.
So, my question is, based on these COA reports, do you think PhilHealth still has the ability to continue as a going concern without aid from the national government?
Your Honor, PhilHealth is a government-owned and controlled corporation. And PhilHealth can continuously implement this program, can operate, Your Honor, even, as you mentioned, Your Honor, without a subsidy from the national government, Your Honor. Of course, the subsidy of the national government is very important, Your Honor, for the expansion of benefits, and of course the expansion of beneficiaries already given by Republic Act 11223, Your Honor.
Are you telling the court that never has the national government rescued PhilHealth?
Your Honor,
When it comes to its inability, supposed inability to meet or pay all its liabilities, the government never came to the rescue of PhilHealth?
Your Honor, hindi pa naman ho dumating sa...
Hindi pa dumating sa puntong
pagkakataon
yon.
po. Yes,
Ano
Your
pala
Honor.
ang narating natin?
Your Honor, PhilHealth continuously implement its program, and our board, which kasama po the national government, we have the DBM, we have the Department of Finance, and other government agencies, Your Honor, looking into the operations of the
Yes, so
corporation.
no need to negotiate with the national government on subsidy because you are self-sufficient.
Your Honor, on the self-sufficiency, Your Honor, again, the National Health Insurance Program, Your Honor, will be expanded, and the universal health care will be attained once mayroon ho, of course, subsidy from the national government, Your Honor.
So you will still depend. And up to now, you are depending.
Yes po,
From
Your
the
Honor.
very start, you have been depending on the national government subsidy, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So without the national government subsidy, would you have collapsed?
Your Honor, if the expansion of benefit that made in the year 2024, Your Honor, ma-implement natin ng tuloy-tuloy, Your Honor, of course, kailangan natin ng national government subsidy, Your Honor.
So we're looking forward, moving forward.
Yes, Your Honor.
But where you are standing now, your situation now, the present financial status of PhilHealth, do you need rescue from the national government?
Your Honor, the status of the financial of PhilHealth right now, Your Honor, enough to cover the year 2025 operations, Your Honor.
Oath.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. All right. That opinion,
Your Honor, that is based on the financial record, Your Honor.
even with the findings of COA, you will still insist that you have you're financially sound,
Yes, Your Honor.
even without government subsidy.
Your Honor, again, kailangan talaga yung government subsidy.
Kailangan.
But
So,
of course,
kung walang government subsidy, nasaan ang PhilHealth?
Your Honor, still in the year 2025, we operating PhilHealth, Your Honor, based on the programs that we are implementing right now, Your Honor.
Yes,
again,
and these programs are funded in full.
In the year 2025, Your Honor, available po yung pondo po natin, Your Honor.
Nasaan yung pondo? Binigay na ba sa inyo ng Treasury?
Your Honor, on existing funds of the corporation, Your Honor, our investable fund so December 31, 2024.
You know, my problem with your existing funds is this. You always do not consider the funds that should cover the reserve funds. That is my problem. Even though the command of Section 11 is for the reserve funds to be set aside. And when you set aside the reserve funds, it means it's real money. It's not just abstract. It's just not numbers. Because anytime the risk will become reality. That is my problem. Because you always do not recognize yet the funds that should cover the reserve funds.
Your Honor, if may I, Your Honor, in every year, Your Honor, we have the corporate operating budget, Your Honor. And this corporate operating budget, Your Honor, mayroon siyang kaakibat na corporate revenue as well. Kumbaga, may pumapasok na revenue. In the year 2024, Your Honor, our corporate revenue, enough or more than enough to cover the expenditures, Your Honor.
Expenditures, how about the reserve funds? The formula under Section 11 is this, right? Total revenues less expenditures. And the balance, that is where you will get your reserve funds.
Your Honor,
And your reserve funds, the amount should depend on the actuarial valuation for 2 years. Correct?
Your Honor, if may I, on the part of the accumulated revenue that we have, Your Honor, we set aside the reserve fund. Set aside na siya. Then, in the
What did you
operation,
say again, please?
na-set aside po natin.
From
The accumulated revenue.
So you are reversing the process prescribed by law?
Not necessarily, Your Honor.
That is what you were saying. Oh, reserve na agad siya. Hindi ba dapat accumulated revenues less expenditures? And then the total, the balance, that is where you get your reserve funds. And your reserve funds must correspond to the actuarial estimate.
Your Honor, mayroon ho tayong revenue that, of course, projected for a year. In that revenue, Your Honor, yun po ang ginagamit po din natin in sourcing out the expenditures po of the year. Meaning, the operation of the corporation for, say for instance, year 2025, much more dependent din pati siya, Your Honor, on the revenue po natin expected to be received for that particular year, Your Honor. So, ganun po siya, recognizing the revenue and then of course the estimated expenditures po.
And then the balance will go to the reserve funds.
We'll go to the accumulated revenue, Your Honor, or the surplus that we have.
All right.
Yes po.
Okay. May I proceed to the next question?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Attorney Nery Colmenares. Good morning po, Congressman.
Hi, good morning, Ted. Good morning, chat sa lahat ng viewers ninyo.
Good morning po. Salamat for being with us today, Attorney Nery Colmenares. Isa nga po kayo sa present kahapon dun sa nangyaring oral argument tungkol pa rin po dito sa PhilHealth Fund. Dun sa nangyaring kahapon, ano po sa tingin niyo ang pinaka-importanteng punto na natalakay na dapat malaman po ng publiko?
Kailangan tahiin kasi yung kwento ng mula kay Justice Amy Javier, kay Justice Antonio po at kay Justice Dima Ampao, no? So yun yung ang kwento. So ang unang major issue doon, may sobra pala pera at yung solusyon nila ay kinuha ng Department of Finance para sa program fund. So
Congressman, medyo tayo po lamang naputol.
Shopee lang,
Tayo
opo.
lang naputol tayo, Congressman. Kayo ba'y mobile o stationary?
Medyo mobile ngayon, Ted. So siguro in a minute or two, baka makapara na kami. Skyway kasi ang hirap pumara dito.
Opo. Sige.
Yun lang.
So
Oo.
let's just try it again. Sige po. Go ahead, sir. Opo.
Sige.
Go
So
ahead.
yung nagsimula ito nung kinuwento ni at tinanong ni Justice Amy, bakit political negotiation ang budget nyo? Kasi parang humingi pa kayo ng negosasyon sa mga congressman, mga senador. Nakalaan naman sa batas na 40% ng existing taxes sa inyo o 50% ng government share sa PAGCOR sa inyo, sa PhilHealth. So ano pang doon? So baka ang lahat
Congressman. Opo.
Yes.
Hello. Sir, hintayin po namin kayo.
Medyo napuputol.
Hintayin namin kayo
sige.
na medyo kayo'y humimpil para maganda pong ating diskusyon kasi importante ito para mas maintindihan po. Sige, so abangan po namin ang inyong pong senyales. Opo.
Okay, sige, mga 2 minutes siguro.
Sige po.
Sige.
Okay, sige. Thank you po, Congressman Nery. Sandali lang po Ang mainam nga po kasi dito, yung pong mga pinanggalingan na po ng unang oral argument, no, mula po kay Justice Javier na mga pagtatanong at saka diskusyon hanggang dito po kay Justice Dima Ampao. Yung nga pong maayos din po naman po ang kanya pong pagtatanong at siya din po mismo may handa siya na presentation doon na visuals. Ang kagandahan po nga kasi dito, ito pong mga maestradong ito, bagamat hindi po agad-agad, di ba? Nagbibigay po ng sabihin na po natin ng schedule para sa mga gantong oral argument. Ang next nga po ay April 29 pa.
Yes.
Di ho ba? Pero
next
ito
month.
mga kapatid, nanggaling pa ito last year. So,
Kaya nakapag-transfer na ng pondo.
Hayaan na po natin. Kung hindi pa ho nga nagkaroon ng panibagong motion yung dating maestrado na si Antonio Carpio, tsaka lang sila nag-issue ng TRO doon sa remaining balance, di po ba? Hindi na ho bale. Nandyan na yan. Pero if you observe, itong mga maestrado, kapag sila nagtatanong na preparado, kapag sila po nagtatanong na detalyado, kapag sila po nagtatanong na talagang may presentation pa silang pinihahanda para mas maintindihan, kumbaga pinag-aralan mabuti yung issue. And also, in fairness, binibigyan ng pagkakataon din yung pong mga abogado ng defense na maghanda. Kaya better be sure na nakapaghanda ka. Kasi magbumukha ka talagang medyo napag-iiwanan. Oo, kapag tinatanong ka na at alam mo nang hindi ka makasagot. No? Opo, yun pong kagandahan po naman dito. So pinaghahandaan. Hindi katulad sa mga congressional inquiries na atin napapanood, kadalasan, wido-wido, di ba?
Oo. Kailangan lang doon para bida ka tataas mo lang yung boses mo
Oo.
Magagalit-galit ka lang bida ka.
Pagagalitan mo lang yung mga nando, pagbumurahin mo lang sila.
Tsaka syempre yung non-stop contempt. Di ba? Ganun lang. Ganun lang. Kung ako, magre-red lipstick lang ako doon tapos magsusungit-sungitan ako. Kunwari, na-late ka ng gising, no? Hindi ka nakapag-aral.
Kaya, kunwari, pinagtatanggol mo yung mga consumers.
Yan. Pinaglalaban mo ang taong bayan.
Pagagalitan mo sila ng pagagalitan, ay wala kang kahawak-hawak na anumang impormasyon, detalye.
Basta lagi ka lang galit.
At also, doon po din sa doon din sa Supreme Court, they also ask the lawyers of the government to just please answer yes or no.
Yes. Wala na maraming palabok. Di ba?
I mean,
Kung ang
ginagawa
tanong-
rin yan sa Kongreso, ha? Yung ano siya, yes or no? Only yes or no. I will hold you in contempt.
Wala, ayun. In fairness, kahapon,
Pero ito
narinig
kasi-
ko yan kay
kasi
Justice
naman-
Xavier.
Kasi naman klaro din naman
Oo.
na only answerable by yes or no.
Kung answerable by yes or no, kumain ka na. Kung yung kumain ka na, yes or no lang ang
I'm
sagot.
still yes or no.
Oh, ganun lang.
Okay, ito na.
Ito na, nasa
Sige,
linya.
so balikan natin from the top. Apo, Attorney Bayan muna, ha? First nominee, Nery Colmenares. Nery, Attorney.
Yes. Yes, hi Ted, hi Cha. Yes,
Okay,
naputol
sige.
kanina. Oo,
Okay, sige.
okay na ngayon, ang part
Oh,
na. Oo.
From the start tayo. Sige nga, yung
Sige.
doon sa kasi parang meron pang pinag-uusapan dito na something politika kamo na manghihingi ka pa ng pera sa Kongreso para pondohan itong appropriations ng PhilHealth. Go ahead.
Yes. Well, so simulang tanong ni Justice Xavier, bakit mo nabanggit na ang subsidy o pera o budget ng PhilHealth kailangan ng political negotiation? Inamin naman yun ng PhilHealth, we have to negotiate, di ba, ng suporta. Nakapagtataka yun kasi may batas na nagsasabi na 50% ng government share sa PAGCOR, 40% ng taxes sa sin taxes pupunta sa PhilHealth. Sa ano pa i-negotiate mo? Nag-trigger yan kay Justice ko. So, pag humingi kayo ng budget sa Kongreso, ano ang inyong formula? Kung baga, paano niyo kinakalculate yung kailangan nyo? Ang sabi ng PhilHealth, well, binabase namin sa premium ng indirect contributors. Ibig sabihin, kung 36 million yung indirect contributors, mga indigent, mga senior citizen, tina-times namin sa premium. Base sa premium, kung 100 pesos per indirect beneficiary o times 100, di ba? So 3.6 billion nang hingi. Nagguluhan si Justice ko. Sabi niya, hindi niyo kinakalculate yung pangangailangan niyo talaga na benepisyo ng mamamayan kasi maraming sakit na hindi niyo nakukover. Yung nakukover na sakit naman, ikakarampot lang naman ang nakukuha ng members nyo sa ospital at kaliit. So bakit hindi nyo yan sa inyong budget? Diba? Yan ang basis nyo. Bakit premium ang batayan nyo? Yun ang hindi masagot ng Ang sagot niya doon, in the end, sabi niya, hindi po kami pwedeng humingi ng malaki pang budget kasi mahina ang aming absorptive capacity. Anong ibig sabihin? Hindi namin kayang gastusin. Bakit? Kulang kasi kami ng tao, yung mga ganun na yung mga dahilan. So, nagtaka lalo ang Justice kasi maraming benepisyo, hindi yun nabibigay, marami pala kayong pera, pero hindi nyo kayang gastusin o di nadihado ngayon yung miyembro nyo. Kasi may pera naman pala para sagutin yung ospital niya, pero hindi niya kasi, wala kasi kayong tao, kulang. O di, anong nangyari dyan? May unutilized subsidy daw sila. Yun ang term kahapon na sinabi nila, unutilized subsidy. Ibig sabihin, budget ng gobyerno na hindi nila nagamit. Ngayon, ang tanong ni Justice ko, and later on ni Justice Lim Ampaw din, o di i-utilize nyo yan, di ba? I-utilize nyo, gamitin nyo, dagdag nyo sa benepisyo, etc., etc. Hindi po, kinuha po yun ng DOF para sa program funds. Doon medyo si Justice ko. Ang solusyon dyan, sabi niya, o di mag-hire kayo ng dagdag na tao, dagdagan nyo ang absorptive capacity nyo para dumami ang benepisyo sa miyembro. Ang solusyon nyo pala, hindi nyo magamit kasi hindi nyo kayang gastusin, ibigay nyo sa program funds para sa tulay. Parang yun, grabing parang kasalanan nyo yun. May diferensya ang administrasyon, may problema ang board nyo, i-overhaul kayo dapat kung ganun ang solusyon nyo. Ang sagot nila, we agree with you, Your Honor. Tama po kayo, kaya dapat instead na ibigay sa kung saan pa, gamitin na lang sa benepisyo at yun daw ang ginagawa nila ngayon sa ilalim ng administrasyon. So sabi ni Justice ko, so nag-agree kayo na dapat sa benepisyo. Opo, agree kami at hindi dapat doon sa unprogrammed funds. O di isoli nyo, ayon ngayon pumasok Ted. Isoli nyo, agree pala kayo sa akin na yung unutilized nyo, 60 billion na limbawa, instead na ibigay nyo sa Department of Finance, instead na i-program funds nyo sa mga tulay na kung saan-saan, ibalik sa inyo, gamitin nyo sa benepisyo. Doon ang ending kahapon ni Justice Ko na hindi na nila masagot kasi